All right, so it's Saturday. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We got some pretty interesting updates happening here today in the sneaker world. So I figured, let me go ahead and check in with the people, see how everybody's doing. We're going to jump right into things. Kicking it off with an unexpected restock from New Balance as we saw Action Bronson take to social media, letting everybody know that his recent 992 Digitalis Purpurea, he actually canceled some suspicious orders from the drop and they would actually be restocking today, 10 a.m. Eastern, saying that he was actually looking to get these into the hands of people that were looking to actually wear these pairs. So when you head over to his site, specializing in life, you may actually be surprised to see not only the recent release available, but also the previous pair as well. And what's even more surprising, when you actually check on these at the time of this recording, it looks like we have a full size run available, every size actually for both pairs available currently right now. So if you're one of these people that are complaining, saying these sneakers are too hype, they're difficult to get your hands on, well, look, these joints are literally sitting right in front of you. I could literally take you to the water, but you already know I can't make you drink it. So as far as these pairs, we do see people in the comment section talking about my soul collection, said, good, wish more like him out there. But won't the same people put in for them again? Frankie Starr said, no, he didn't. They just didn't sell. What? Benny talking about no shot. No one bought him. This dude put, he's lying and can't sell out anymore. I'm gonna stop buying this trash. He didn't do this one for the first New Balance he dropped. Lying. So y'all are really out here saying that you're not gonna buy these shoes because they're not selling out. Like, what's going on? I thought everybody loved these sneakers, which is kind of crazy. If we're being honest though, when we talk about these collaborations, right, it's difficult to keep the interest of the people, right? As these releases start off kind of on a smaller scale, a lot more exclusive. Once they start to up the stock numbers, the amount of releases, it's difficult to kind of keep that same hype going. So as far as someone like Action Bronson, my only suggestion, maybe like he should have pulled up the Complex Con this weekend. You know, give sneakerheads a reason to be excited about his product launches. So we'll see how things go as far as the next drop. But as far as these 992s, as we speak, both pairs available, free shipping as well for the US. So let's go ahead and keep things moving. We also saw Jordan Brand drop the Jordan 3 Family Affair, which this is a sneaker which I could report on the stock numbers, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter because this is a general release from Jordan Brand. Kind of think of this one as like the lucky short threes. Like there's probably hundreds of thousands of pairs of these available. So rather than talk about stock numbers and these sneakers selling out, let's just actually talk about the shoe and if people actually enjoy them, right? It's the perfect fall time release, olive upper, kind of like a suede finish, gum bottom on here, elephant print, Nike Air on the back. Here's a shot of these joints on feet. Shout out to Unk putting the fit together right here. So this is a cool one, man. I think these ain't bad. Perfect time for the fall season. I guess it's one of these Jordan releases where, like, due to the fact that they're easily available, people aren't really rocking with them like that. I think this is a sneaker which is going to be a moneymaker for Jordan Brand. And as far as this shoe, I feel like they're going to try to push as many units as possible, you know, eventually before they have to discount them. Because I can guarantee you one thing, like with the amount of stock, with the amount of pairs of these out in the wild right now, come Christmas time, I'm guessing you'll probably definitely see these joints discounted. But don't get it twisted, man. Still a great pair. And as I mentioned, perfect release right now for the fall season. So let's go ahead and get into some of these Complex Con updates. If you guys don't know, it is taking place this weekend over in Vegas. So shout out to everybody that caught a flight for the events, right? Last year, we had the whole Cactus Jack takeover. That was crazy. As far as this year, we got Kids of Immigrants. They got a little booth here, but apparently it doesn't look like they have any sneakers dropping, but rather some type of clothing thing that they're doing, customizing actually of some jerseys live on site. We got Atmos, which they got an interesting collaboration on an Air Max 95. Undefeated as well, dropping their pair of Air Max 95s. The Yeet booth, right? Remember previously I talked about the rapper and how he was teaming up with Nike on a pair of boots. Well, apparently they are going to be dropping an exclusive Yeet Nike clothing apparel. And as far as those boots, which I mentioned, they're actually going to be exclusively released as a friends and family pair. So I guess just, you know, a few pairs will touch the wild, but people will actually enter for a chance to be able to grab them joints. We also got the Air Max 95,000 experience. That's going to be real cool. And then there's a sneakers booth where it says shock drops as well as unannounced appearances. Keep your eyes on Complex Alert. So that's pretty interesting, right? As far as some of the exclusive sneakers dropping this weekend at Complex Con here, we have a look at the Atmos Nike Air Max 95 Harajuku, which pays homage to the same city in Japan, where Atmos was founded back in 2000. So they're one of these sneaker stores which has kind of paved the way, you know, made their way throughout the years. I kind of look at them as almost like something like a story like Undefeated, right? Various collaborations throughout the years. And as far as this Harajuku pair, you guys see it. I kind of look at these as almost like a pair of like, could we call these the reimagined neon 95s, as you see, featuring the same color scheme but with a leather finish. These are definitely an interesting pair right here. And as far as the release, at ComplexCon this weekend, this is going to be the only time that these are actually going to be dropping here in the US ahead of the Japan exclusive launch. So that's an interesting one right here. We also have the Undefeated 95s, which this one is a play off the 97s, which Undefeated dropped years back, featuring the green, the red Gucci color scheme. So these are cool, right? Another ComplexCon release, which there's so many 95s dropping this year that I just can't love them all. Like, this is one of those ones that I just feel like is cool or whatever. Pays homage to the 97, but like, there's a lot better 95s, which I feel like have dropped this year, right? And then of course, we got the Air Max 95,000, which we talked about previously. I mentioned the fact that this is Nike kind of infusing the past with the present. You gotta love it, right? So as far as this look, full air bubble units included and everything, right? And it looks like they do have a special booth set up at ComplexCon with some exclusive colorways. So here you got the white joints, with a little hint of neon. Got the white and red joints. So yeah, going crazy over at ComplexCon. Let me know if you guys are feeling this model. Do you rock with the 95,000 or just the regular 1,000? Drop your feedback down below. And then as far as for all my Miami people, we got the grand opening of Soulfly Doral. So I believe this is actually gonna be what, the 4th location for Soulfly. I remember like 10 years back, actually visiting the original location, and now they've came a long way. So as far as the big grand opening, which actually doors will be opening at 2 p.m. as I'm recording this right now, they will actually have that limited Jordan book, which just dropped recently. Some other cool stuff. But as far as Soulfly's owner, he's teasing this via his Instagram stories. We got a pair of green and orange cement print, elephant print laces. Like, what's going on right here? I mean, this can only mean one thing. The Soulfly Jordan 3s, which this one I felt like was long overdue. Really cool rollout, the debut at the Miami Hurricanes home opener. Really paying homage, you know, to South Florida. This is a dope one, right? Now, as far as this release, I'm not guaranteeing that it's gonna actually be available at today's pop-up, or at today's grand opening, I should say, but that would be a really cool way to kind of set off the hype for this release. You know, get some pairs out into the streets early, because when you talk about a release like this, I know down here in South Florida, people are gonna be going crazy for this shoe with the orange and green, Nike Air on the back. But as far as like mass appeal, is this one gonna be a hit? Remember the last Soulfly drop? Which they were those 12s last year. There was some interest, you know, heading into the drop, but then once them joints dropped, I felt like they were just literally sitting on shelves. So my question for everybody watching, you know, are you guys as excited as I am for these Soulfly 3s? Let me know what y'all think about the interest. Again, we got Chino over here teasing these as it looks like he's about to pull up, you know, to the grand opening right now as we speak. So I'm curious about this one, man. I'm just curious to see if this one's gonna have a, you know, mass appeal, be a big hit, even outside of South Florida, outside of Miami Hurricane fans. So drop your feedback down below. I appreciate everybody for tuning in here on this wonderful Saturday. If you guys enjoyed the content, make sure you smash the like button. That's the best way to support the channel. Hit the like button. Plus, if you've been watching, you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing down below. Come along for the journey. JATV, I appreciate you guys. I'll be checking in with y'all soon. In the meantime, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Love.